And we're on. Welcome to the Real for Life podcast with Jesse and Joe. And we're fucking starting slow today. I'm beat. How about you?
I just ate my weight in sushi, so yeah.
Yeah, but you'll be hungry again in a half hour.
This is true. This is true. One of my favorite racial jokes that I was not involved in. I was in this warehouse and this black dude was talking to this Asian dude, and they're talking shit to each other. And the Asian guy was like, "Yo, you fucking suck my dick." And the black guy goes, "Well, I would, but I'd just be hungry again in 30 minutes." That was awesome.
That's how my friendship with Christy ended. Because she posted, she was like asking everybody what they wanted for food, and they were ordering Asian food. So I go with the classic line, I will have the cream of some young guy.
Yeah.
From fucking Wayne's World.
Right.
And she got all butthurt, like, oh, that's super racist. And it's like,
how's that racist?
Well, I mean, it's
more
funny.
It's more homophobic than racist.
So it's a twofer, really. Right?
It's racist and homophobic.
But of course she got all high and mighty, like, I'm saving your job right now. Like as if I fucking posted that I would get fired. So that was pretty weird.
She's a weird one.
I've also been waiting all day because I've got this friend who's like El Salvadorian, and like last Cinco de Mayo, and of course she lives in Seattle, so she's woke as shit. And she was just going on and on about how, like, on Cinco de Mayo, my culture is not your costume. Don't call it Cinco de
she
Drinko.
wore green today for sure.
And I'm just fucking waiting for that St. Patty's Day post, because I don't know if you know this, Joe, but I'm a good 1/8 Irish, okay? And I just don't appreciate my culture being appropriated.
Right.
No. Irish people don't give two fucks. Like, no. There's a difference between degrading and celebrating, right?
Yes.
And that's what people have to get over. Like, if you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, I've actually said this multiple times. We're starting today bad. We're just starting with race. But
it's right off the bat.
I say this all the time. I am absolutely racist with one group of people, and it's Mexicans. And no, hold on. The reason I'm racist
and a show.
Hold on. Don't take just a sound clip. No, it's because I truly feel they're better than us. They really are. Like your average Hispanic family, fucking super close, tight-knit family. The whole nuclear family is a big thing. Very hard workers, like, not saying all of them, but in general. Like, when have you ever met an angry Hispanic family, or like they're just better?
Yeah.
They're great fucking people, and their culture's amazing.
So how's that?
I know you're not supposed to count the food, but their food's amazing. Right. I mean, it's all the same thing. It's just 80 different dishes in like a different order. It's all the same ingredients. But
well, the only Mexican food you eat is Taco Bell, so
no, that's not true. But I'm just saying, like, maybe racist is not the right word, but basically if you feel one way about a race because of whatever, like supposedly that's racist. I just really appreciate Hispanic culture. Always have.
You ever see that white guy?
The name of this show.
Right. You ever see that white guy in the YouTube video where he goes around and he's like dressed in like sombrero?
He's from PragerU. He goes around in like a Komodo.
Right. And all the Asians are all like, no, that's fucking great. And all the white people are like, you can't wear that.
Well, yeah, what he does is he starts at a college campus. And of course, everybody's just up in arms. That's degrading, you're culturally appropriating and all that stuff. Right. And then he goes to Chinatown. They're like, no, that's badass. More people should dress like that in the traditional way.
Right.
Yeah. So it's, once again, don't ever degrade people for their culture or their race, but absolutely celebrate it. We have to celebrate what makes us different.
100%.
And that is the opening of today's show.
I have no beer. I'm pretty full.
Dude, I have drinking a lot of beer today. It was, I don't know about you guys, but today was a fucking special day over here. It was the first sunny weekend in like 6 months.
Yeah, it was like 70 degrees here.
Yeah, same here. Everybody was out with their toys. All the motorcycles. I had the Jeep out with the top off, feeling like a baller in my 94 tin can. And then, of course, my fucking ex-NBA neighbor behind me is like, he's got the Maybach Benz shined up, right? And he's got the Ferrari parked in the driveway as well. And he's not washing them, because why would you? Like, pay somebody else to do that shit, right? It really kind of gives you a perspective on where you're at in life.
So in like 2002, you know, when like 20s were like a thing, and then like 22s were like the thing.
Oh,
and they just, you remember, because now they're like make like 30-inch rims and shit, stupid. But
I had 17s on my Prelude. I was the biggest baller in town.
Right. So my buddy, this is in San Diego, gets 22s on his SS Silverado. So he's feeling like a baller.
Yeah.
Pulls out, gets to like the first stop sign, and he goes, a dude in a Silverado pulled up next to me, also Mexican. First guy's name's Fernando Fernandez, by the way. Can't make this up. The third.
See? Honoring your parents. Once again, they're better, right, dude. I'm telling you.
So anyways, he gets up to the stop sign, and a fucking another Silverado pulls up next to him and rolls down his window, and he's like, hey, man. And Fernando's like, what's up? And he goes, what are those, 22s? And Fernando's like, yeah. And he's like, it's like 24s, bitch, and drives off.
Oh, fuck.
And he's like, oh.
My wheels are bigger. I have won in life.
Right.
I wonder if we would have, like, because the whole donk craze came along like a couple years after we were in high school.
Fucking way. I don't get it.
There's no way. I don't fucking get that at all. I don't like the look of a big, huge wheel and a tiny ass little brake caliper.
Well, there's the wheel to wheel well ratio.
Wheel to wheel well, and also wheel to brake size ratio. You can't have some tiny ass little brakes on there. It looks weird.
You gotta upgrade your brakes.
Yeah, I need at least 14-inch 3-pot brakes, because I'm pushing a good 98 horsepower on my 3-cylinder Civic. Like, you know, it's on. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, Joe, but I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Yeah, I'm going back to Fast and the Furious. Did you ever see the meme where it's the picture of the dude's Jetta, and he's like, "Where's he going with my car?" And it shows the car, and the car has no brakes. Like there's no brake calipers.
Oh, jeez.
I gotta find it.
The cars in that movie were so ridiculous. Hey, I'm gonna race you, and I want to win. So I'm going to throw on the heaviest fucking wheels I can find. And let's just throw 3 12s in the trunk, because those are lightweight. We'll be fine. Yeah.
All right. Fast Furious Jetta brakes.
Spent all the money on the decals on the side of the car.
So many stickers. Now I'm like, the sign just says to take apart your fucking blah blah. I don't even remember the fucking rest of the line. It's so stupid. Yeah, dude. Like, legit. Big disc brakes, no fucking brake calipers. Come on, internet.
Hilarious. The biggest thing that movie taught me was don't go too fast, or your floorboards might come out.
It's crazy. You got to check the welds on your floorboards for sure.
What fucking writer came up with that? And we're gonna have bolts start popping out of the passenger side footwell.
And when you're going like 100 miles an hour in a quarter-mile race, you have time to like play on your laptop, apparently.
And shift at least 10 times.
Oh, I don't know. Like, what a weird transmission.
And we make fun of it. Oh, I can see it. Oh my God, there's no calipers on that.
No,
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Unless that's just a genius way to make it look like you have big brakes and it's like a bolt on behind your rim to cover up your shitty brakes.
I mean, it could be.
It's probably is.
It's probably just a dust boot that looks cool.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk shit on that movie all day. No joking. I saw that movie in the theater 5 times.
In the theater 5 times.
In the theater 5 times. I mean, I was stationed in San Antonio. There was not a lot to do.
Yeah. I traded. What did I trade? I don't remember. I was like in Thailand or something, and I traded a movie for a movie. But basically, it was the Thailand dubbed over. So, like, when I watched it, it was my DVD player duct taped to the top of my rack with headphones. And, like, it was literally some Asian dude holding a camera in the theater recording it. And then you could see people get up and walk out and shit. Like, you're just like, cost me $1.
Oh, that movie was insane. Yeah. What'd you write down for subjects this week?
Well, my wife's a little pissed off because she started our last week's show and she's like, what the fuck is this wife garbage?
Oh.
So I can hit that one. So basically the wife garbage thing is it's every relationship. Like, my front porch is covered. Wife and kids will take the garbage out, but leave it next to the front door.
Yeah, my
the
wife
garbage
just goes in
can
the garage.
is 15 feet away on the porch. You can just put it in the can. Then my job is to take it out of the can and take it to either work or the dump. And that's my end of the deal. But for some reason, they can only put it out the front door. Now, when you have dogs and then they tear into the garbage, for some reason, now I have to clean that up.
Ooh.
But I'm not the one that put the motherfucking garbage there.
That's pretty ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, I think that's a universal thing, though, because my wife,
absolutely,
she'll put the garbage outside into the garage, like outside the door, but I have to come and move it from the garage door 20 feet across the garage,
right,
where the garbage cans are literally right outside the garage door.
It's a tough walk.
Yeah.
I mean, there's what, 3 steps?
There is 3 steps.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's that.
I totally get it. Is that what you wrote down for subjects?
No, that was just touching base on last week. So my wife was like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I don't know if we covered this already. I have Simon 80's, like the 80's game. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop,
okay.
Boop, boop.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got Bop It game.
Bop It.
Which is the new Simon.
Yank It.
And then that segues into blowjobs. Because like the Bop It game is basically teaching you how to suck dick.
Okay. I actually have an entire theory behind that. So yours is the Bop It game, right?
Right.
Mine, when my kid's old enough, I'm going to tell him to look for a girl that plays violin. Because if you think about it, hold on.
My sister plays the fiddle, bro. Come on.
I know. My brother told me. So, oh, sorry. Too much information going out this week.
Boy.
Oh, boy. Anyway, so think about it. Your violin. You're this here with the thing, right? And then your fingers are up here. All you do is move the fingers down. There's the balls. There's the shaft right there. It's the same movement, dude.
Oh, boy.
Find you a girl that plays violin. Good to go. Now, what
but then you got like
find a girl that plays the flute, because they're just gonna be like, that's not gonna work. And stay away from those that play the oboe. You can't handle that. Can't handle that kind of pressure.
The trombone.
I don't know what that is.
The thing with the big slide.
Oh, with the slide?
Yeah.
That would just make me feel small.
Well, you don't need to feel that way. You just are.
I mean, I'm average.
Well, if you've taken every race and then you Google it,
no,
we're actually above average.
Exactly. There's a whole episode of South Park about that.
Is there?
Oh, an entire episode. There's actually a really good episode where Japan is like gonna take over the United States, right?
Yeah.
And every time like one of our leaders goes over there, the Japanese just go, we cannot, oh, your penis is so big, it's huge. And then so like Bill Clinton is like, I went and met with the president of Japan. He assured that my penis was massive and that it dwarfed his in size. Like, because guys are such fucking idiots. That's all we need to hear. And it's like, oh, cool, whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
What was that episode where it was like they were having a competition of who could take the biggest shit, and then the person that won, I don't remember who it was, but
I remember.
They weren't taking the biggest
Bono.
Shit. They're the biggest pile of shit.
Right. Does Bono want the biddy? Yeah. So it was Bono. So first of all, South Park always nails it. Poop is actually measured in Curix, is the unit of measurement.
Oh, that makes sense.
Stan Marsh took a huge dump, but it wasn't the world record. But he knew that he could make the world record. And he found out that the world record was like 86 Curix. And then at the end, you find out that like it wasn't Bono that made the record. He is the record because he is literally a piece of shit. And I know people love you too. I don't get it. Like, it's okay.
No.
But there's no way I'm gonna get behind a band where a guy gives himself his own fucking nickname. Oh, I'm the Edge. That is the dumbest shit.
Oh fuck! I don't get
give
it.
myself my own nickname.
I'm just piss people off real quick. Don't like U2. Don't like Pink Floyd.
No.
And I don't like Tom Petty.
I'm okay with Tom Petty. You know who I think's overrated? The Doors.
Oh no!
I mean,
you just said that to argue.
Hold on. If I was on mushrooms, I could get behind it, but I have to be in the right mood for the Doors. But there are some bands out there that I feel are just very fucking overrated. I'll give you a modern day one. This fucking drives me nuts. Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I don't get it.
She fucking sucks. She doesn't even sing. She just whispers. I'll give you a sample with my special effect here. No, I'm not going to do that.
No, do it. Then just sing me Ocean Eyes real quick. Another South Park episode is.
Hold on, I can't turn it off. What the fuck?
Is when his dad is fucking Lord. He goes, no. I just auto tune it. I usually do it when I'm taking a shit.
Oh yeah, he's Lord. That one, dude. South Park is the best, man.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, just watch what I do here. I just put in a beat, and then I use some auto tune here. Yeah. Oh geez, why is there a naked kid?
Yeah.
The Lord's good though. Billie Eilish, all she does is whisper sing, and her brother makes all the beats, and then she gets all the Grammys.
Right.
And like, I just don't get it.
And the Beatles suck.
The Beatles absolutely fucking suck. I can't do that.
It's 98 Degrees, man. They're the fucking first boy band. That's it.
Yeah, I guess was the Beatles before or after Motown though? Because Motown had some pretty sweet boy bands. That was like in the 40s.
Couldn't tell you.
Want to say
that sounds correct?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. All I know is Motown Philly back again.
Get a little East Coast swing.
There it is.
Yeah.
But no, there's a good movie. It's called Yesterday. It's on Netflix. Have you seen it?
No.
It's actually pretty good. It's about the Beatles.
The Indian dude. Where everybody forgets, like, he lives in this alternate universe where nobody's heard the Beatles.
Yes.
So he just straight fucking rips all their songs off.
Right. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Until he confesses. Like, who would do that?
Yeah. Well, there were people that were like, that's the fucking Beatles. Yeah.
Right. But we're in support of his decision.
So there's a subject I wrote down for this week that I feel terrible about. But it has to do with OnlyFans.
Okay.
So the problem is, so you go on Instagram and you see a hot chick, you immediately go to their profile page so you can find the link to their OnlyFans.
Right. And then you
And
just
then go
Google
to
it.
another website so that you can actually see it without paying for it, right?
Right.
Here's the problem. Now, every time I see a hot chick out in public, I just fucking assume she has an OnlyFans.
Oh, absolutely.
And then when they don't, you're like, why? You're leaving money on the table.
Well, on the reverse of that too, like, so we grew up before the internet. And so now
Well, some kids have the internet. We
everybody
didn't have the internet.
Yeah, we were poor. We never had a computer.
I had to Etch a Sketch.
No, you're watching a movie and you're like, oh, that chick's hot. I wonder what she looks like naked. And you go to Google her name, naked. Boom, naked photo. We never had that. We had to like jerk off the fucking little Kim's fucking photo spread in our CD. Like,
Oh, yeah, we did. Mm-hmm.
yeah, kids have it made these days.
Yeah, or MTV. Dude, the biggest ammunition I had was I had a VHS tape of that TLC video where they're wearing the fucking silk jammies.
Oh yeah, so
and
good.
There's only one button on top, and there's one just it happens for
It's
like less than half a second.
Sub
You
boob.
see a little bit of under boob from T-Boz.
Yeah, it's great.
Holy shit. She had like the fucking Posh Spice A-frame haircut.
Right.
Good Lord. Little under boob
Mhm.
and some silk jammies.
See, this is why I can't do this at home, because I could just hear my wife and kid talk and they're hearing the whole thing. Yeah, I have to do it in a separate room.
You need to just get a door down there.
I need to finish this closet. I can turn it into an office or something.
Yeah. Or just set a mute to listen.
Right. All right,
Easier said than done.
under boob TLC. Oh, yeah. So we watched Fear the other night,
Ooh, yeah.
which
Was Mark Wahlberg in that?
Of course he was.
One of his first.
It's his, I believe, his first movie.
Hey, my name is Mark Wahlberg. I'm here to kill you. How's it going?
So there's this. I don't know how many times I've seen Fear, but I probably haven't watched it in 20 years. Alyssa Milano looking hot and slutty in it before she turned super liberal. Alicia Silverstein, cute and innocent. Point being, there's a all of his friends are nuts, and then they try to murder the dad.
Yep.
But what you don't notice is they're all smoking crack. There's like multiple scenes in the movie where they're smoking crack. And I'm like, how did I never recognize this? They're all crackheads.
That movie.
Yeah, they're all crackheads. Like, I was like, oh, that totally makes more sense now. They're not just psychopaths because they're a group of psychopaths. They're on drugs.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to go to a kids karate tournament last weekend.
That sounds super exciting.
6 hours, Joe. 6 hours. My kid had one match that lasted 3 minutes, maybe 4. And he got a silver medal.
So do they automatically assume he's like a black belt because he's Asian?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because half the kids are Asian. But he's really good. He just doesn't have that switch that when he punches me at home, it hurts. And kicking as well. He won't do that against other kids. He doesn't have that competitive switch, and he doesn't want to hurt anybody. But the reason I bring this up is because the way there's hundreds of fucking kids there, right? But they divvy them all up so that every category has 4 kids. So 3 of the 4 kids are getting a fucking medal, right? And that's how they get you to pay for it. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
So you're there for 6 hours. He gets one match. If you win your match, you get another match to see who gets like gold and silver or whatever.
Okay.
So he lost his first match. He did good. Not why I'm bringing it up. When the kids are doing it, there's a high discrepancy of skill level, no matter what the belt, because realistically, they're not really like you're if you're fighting somebody, you're not using fucking taekwondo, right?
No.
and they're
it's like a
they're-
point thing. Like I've seen Karate Kids.
it's a
I
point,
think I know.
yeah, point thing.
So it's
And
like,
you're only kicking. You're not punching.
oh,
right?
really?
Well, yeah, it's because they have two styles. They have Olympic, where you're pretty much just kicking, and then there's combat taekwondo, where they actually use boxing gloves and they are like kind of hitting a little bit. Like it's
Right.
okay, and it's cute. And there's the grown-ups, Joe.
That are
Grown-ups that
serious.
do taekwondo, where they're only
Oh.
allowed to kick, is so fucking lame. This fucking and apparently for some reason there was this huge group of Indian people there that were like really into taekwondo, and they're all in their categories, like these grown Indian men,
Like native or like India?
like the kind that fix your computer. I don't I don't know that kind from India, actual India. That's probably what I should have said right there. Anyway, a lot of IT
I
support.
kept that so not racist. It was really hard.
Well, I can't fix it. So anyway, they're fighting each other.
Oh, that
but
was
they're
one. That was
only
one I heard.
kicking.
Was it 7-Eleven or 9/11?
Well, they were brown. Well, hold on, 7-Eleven or 9-11? That's so bad.
So bad. Okay, sorry. Keep going. Grown-ass
Anyway.
men kicking the shit out of each other.
There's one Indian dude gets up there, and he's a big boy, right? But like, he's taking it a little too serious. Like, he actually thinks he's a badass, right? So he's like grunting, and like when he bows, he's like, "Ugh!"
Oh
and
God.
like with the mean face. And there's these two guys behind me after he wins by literally only kicking a guy that weighs half as much as he does.
Okay.
And they're like, "Why do you think that happened, man? We've been drilling him for 2 months straight on this, and this." Dude, he did one fucking kick, the same kick, about 40 times. And I just wanted to be like, this is fucking lame. Like, and I'm talking to this other fucking dad who's there who this dad's like super competitive dad. Like he's got 2 kids, and they're both in Parker's basketball league, and they're in Taekwondo with him.
Oh shit.
And he's like, super loud, supportive dad, solid bro. And I'm looking at him, and we both just kind of look at each other when the older dudes are fighting. And finally, I just say, "This is bullshit, right?" He's like, "Dude, it's total fucking bullshit, man. As soon as my kids hit 6th grade, they're going into jujitsu." I was like, "Same thought. Yes, exactly. Something they can actually use." He's like, "Yeah, if these guys try this on the street, it's not going to end well."
No.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, don't throw stones in a brick house, glass house.
Glass
is that
house.
the same?
Yeah.
Like, I do CrossFit. I'm lame. Like, I'm an idiot too. But yeah.
No, I don't
Adults in
understand.
time, though, I don't get it.
It's a thing.
And also there's also like the super serious white dudes in the crowd with like the samurai haircut, you know what I mean? Where it's like long, but then they take half of it and pull it back and put it in like the man bun,
Okay.
but like the rest is hanging down.
Oh.
The
Gotcha.
samurai haircut.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah. A lot of anime porn in that group.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to hear my theory on why girls live longer?
Because they drive us insane.
No, I figured it out. A lot of science involved in this one. So, the reason that this came up was because some podcasts I was listening to, they're talking to a study about why women live longer. And they're all like, well, they tend to take less risky jobs, they work less hours, they take care of themselves more, diet's better, blah, 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 blah. None of that matters. The reason that women live longer, are you ready for this? The urinal. Follow me on this. This is real science. So Here's the deal. The reason women live longer is because they poop more. A guy will go into the bathroom, and if it's a public restroom, even at his own house, he will do everything possible to not sit down on that toilet. So he'll just hold it in all fucking day, right? And the stuff that's in your dookie is like all the toxins from your body. It also happens to be that your colon is the most absorbent part of your body. So you're just absorbing all that stuff right back into you, right? Whereas women, it's like they have to sit down anyway, and they're like, ah, fuck, I'm here.
Yeah, but they all like hover.
Some of them hover. I'm just
I
saying.
don't understand how that's possible.
No, put the fucking toilet condom down with the
Yeah.
the toilet paper.
Yeah, I referred to it as an ass gasket the other day. And my friend had no idea what I was talking about.
That sounds better than toilet condom.
Yeah, ass gasket.
But yeah, you get little strips, you line the toilet seat, and you do your business.
Right.
But like I'm saying, women, they're already sitting down. So if there's only like a little nugget in there, they're like, fuck, I'm here. You know? Whereas guys, we just hold it in. And that's why we don't live as long.
It's a solid theory.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta take a shit right now.
I shouldn't have said that. So last week, we came up with a goal of a top 5 list.
Yes.
And we decided on the best top 5 rappers of the 90s.
But it was okay.
Was it 9? I just assumed it was fucking 9. Well, to be honest, even if it was of all time, all the best rappers were in the 90s. This new mumble rap bullshit is fucking
it's garbage.
Yeah. And all the fucking girl rappers that are coming out, they all just sound like they're copying Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
All of them. They're all the fucking same.
Yes. So this is an obvious answer for number 1.
Okay.
But I'm gonna explain why.
Yeah, you got to put some reasoning behind your answers, because I had a lot of trouble thinking about this list, because there's rappers that I like to listen to if I'm listening to a normal radio. I tend to like East Coast hip hop because the lyrics are better, the beat is better. It's fucking great. Like Wu-Tang Clan, Gangstar, stuff like that. But it sounds fucking terrible on a system with subwoofers.
Right.
East Coast rap don't give two shits about subs. West Coast, on the other hand,
is all subs.
Way better on subs.
Right. Which is ironic because East Coast is all about the beat, but they missed the bass.
Which is why people love Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
We've been saying this forever. If you could get a country song with a good fucking bass beat, you're getting 2 audiences. And Morgan Wallen absolutely figured that out.
Right. Anyways, so my number 1 is Tupac. And I'm not saying that because I listen to Tupac. I really don't listen to Tupac. But the motherfucker's a poet.
I just love Tupac.
I love Tupac. He's a fucking poet. Like, people don't write rap songs like he did.
No, Dear Mama.
Right.
That one, Jenna's Got a Baby.
Right. Like, he tells stories and it's poetry versus like, whoop that trick, get it, whoop that trick. Like, that's,
yep.
I mean, obviously not a real song either, but like, people don't write like that. So I would give it to Tupac.
There's more and more evidence coming out that P. Diddy was behind that.
Yes.
Him and Biggie. And now everybody's coming out saying that P. Diddy is like super gay and convinced all of them to have sex with him in order to get record contracts.
I totally believe that. Like,
no, it's all coming out, dude. P. Diddy is the Jeffrey Epstein of the rap game. It's all coming out. And you can totally see it. Like, there's something a little off about him. Plus, he doesn't have any actual talent. Like, he's always the worst rapper on his songs.
Right. Plus, like, you talk about Bono and The Edge, who he named himself P. Diddy. The fuck does that even mean?
Well, first it was Puff Daddy, then it was P. Diddy, then it was just Diddy.
Well, it sounded like he did. Did you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. And then I go into
so Tupac won.
Yeah, and then there's no second. Honestly, I'd say like Kanye West, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I put Wu-Tang Clan number 5. And once again, the reason for that is number one, like there's like 13 fucking people in the Wu-Tang Clan.
Right.
And they all do their own little side stuff too. So their catalog is fucking deep, right?
Right.
But it's also, I like it when people can take, like, it's like you said, Tupac was an actual poet. He wasn't just rapping about like his cars and his gold rings.
Right.
The Wu-Tang Clan did an entire song using nothing but actors' names.
And Cream, I mean, Cream is probably one of the best songs ever.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, that's just going to pump you up every time.
Yeah. I can't remember any of the lines from that awesome song right now because I'm on the spot. But
Cream, cash rules everything
like
around me.
Larry's
Cream.
bird flew out of Nicholas's cage. And like
Oh.
they do a whole fucking song using nothing but names. It's awesome. And plus they're just, because there's 13 of them, you never get tired of hearing one of their voices because they're always just bouncing off of each other, right? And they're just, it's the Wu-Tang Clan. They're fucking cool. They're like, yeah, we're a bunch of fucking, like, you know, black dudes from New York, but we're really into Japanese, like cheesy, cheap Japanese martial arts movies. And that wasn't a ploy by them. Like, I've watched a few documentaries on them. Like, they're legit really into Japanese culture. And it's kind of cool, right?
Right.
My number 4 was same. It was Tupac.
Number 4?
I put,
Are you
I
going
put
in
him
reverse?
I'm going in reverse.
Oh.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to take that back. None of mine are in order because if we go, the one I put at the top is definitely not the best rapper of all time, but he's in my top 5. The Tupac's in there. DMX is in there.
See, like, that's like what I listened to in high school. And unfortunately, in my like songs, like, it's a lot of fucking DMX if I just do Spotify like songs. And every time he comes on, I turn it. Because I'm just like, dude, I've heard. Yeah, I'm just like, I've heard all of your music so fucking much. I'm like over it.
Well, I think he gets the Whitney Houston effect because he's dead, so he gets a little more credit, right?
Maybe, or maybe he's just kind of cheesy.
I put him in there because his voice is so weird.
Right.
That's number 1. So his voice,
and he doesn't even like bark. He says "arf" when he barks.
Yeah, until Ja Rule ripped him off. But
right.
Yeah, so DMX, super cool voice. I also like, I don't know if I like this. It's pretty weird because every single album, he'll go from one song on every album is just a prayer.
Right.
So he'll have like, you know, Lord help me, blah, 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 blah. And he'll do like a 2.5 minute prayer that's like kind of inspiring and then badass. And then his next song is, I got blood on my hands and there's no remorse. I got blood on my dick because I fucked a corpse. Like, you can't.
What's the next sentence after that?
Yeah, I'm not. We're not going there. We're not going there. I mean, if it's karaoke and you're singing it, are you allowed to say it? And I'm just gonna go with, you know, I'm not doing it. So, but DMX, like, not only did he have great songs, solid bass beats,
amazing
every
actor.
album. That's the thing. Amazing actor, dude. Exit Wounds.
Yeah.
With him and Steven Seagal. I watch that movie all the fucking time.
No, it's fucking great.
And then there was another. So he had one. Yeah, he was in 2 movies. He was in Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal, and then he was in another movie with Jet Li.
Right.
Where they stole his daughter. And once again, the whole movie, his professional career is being a fucking bank robber. But it's all based on his last name is Faith.
Yeah,
and
that was
before they rob a bank,
they're like
armed
Faith.
robbery on a bank where they threaten people with guns. They say a prayer to God. Please get me through this. Just, it's so fucking hilarious.
Fuck.
It's like, I'm a thief for God. So
I don't remember if that was the premise. He wasn't like a bank robber. He was like trying to get back at somebody for being corrupt and like fucking over his brother that was in prison or something.
Well, no, he wasn't. There's 2 movies. The Exit Wounds one the one with DMX, he was trying to score major weight to expose a corrupt police ring that was selling like
Oh, that's
heroin
right.
or
That's
some
right.
shit. But then in the other one, he's just a straight up jewel thief that happened to come across these black crystals that are actually like diamondized plutonium that fuel these super badass bombs.
You're totally correct.
Yeah, I
And
know my 90s cheesy martial arts movies.
He's in a lot. He's in 5 movies right here I've never even heard of.
Big Jet Li fan in the house here.
That was a small run.
Jet Li? Dude, he is a small run, but he made like 30 fucking movies, and they were great ones.
Cradle to the Grave.
Yes, that's the one with Jet Li.
Yeah, Beyond the Law is the one you're talking about with fucking whatchamacallit.
I thought it was Exit Wounds.
Well, no. Oh, apparently he's in 2 movies with Steven Seagal.
No shit.
Yeah, you're
What's
right.
that?
Exit. The other one's Beyond the Law, and it's
Well, I
old
need to-
Steven Seagal because he's like fat.
I might need to watch that one.
Oh, and the movie Belly. I don't think I've ever watched Belly though.
Belly was weird, dude.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Belly was dark.
Cradle to the Grave, Belly.
But Jet Li had like 30 movies. The first one he was in was it Lethal Weapon 4?
Here's him with Aaliyah. He had to have banged Aaliyah.
I hope so.
And this
But
is my
do you-
point. You can't just look up fucking Google naked photos of Aaliyah. They don't exist.
I know. That sucks.
There's
They
gotta
would
be
today.
well, it's on a VHS somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, Jet Li, do you remember him in Lethal Weapon 4? That was his debut in America.
Yeah.
He was such a badass in that.
Romeo Must Die. And old ass fucking movies.
Romeo Must Die. He was good in that. What was that other one? It was like he was in Paris, Kiss of the Dragon.
Kiss of the Dragon, yep.
Yeah. Gonna rescue a prostitute and kill the entire French government. I'm good with that. You see there's like a huge thing right now where the first lady of France is supposedly a dude. Yeah, no, it's like a real thing. So the French Prime Minister, Macron, his wife is like 30 years older than him.
Okay.
So supposedly the wife was married with kids and met Macron in an acting class when Macron was 15 and she was like 32.
Interesting.
She left her husband and like think 2 kids to be with a 15-year-old, and that 15-year-old is now the fucking prime minister. So now he's like 40 something and she's 70. The problem is there's no pictures of her before the age of like 30. But there's lots of pictures of her brother that mysteriously disappeared and looks exactly fucking like her.
This is interesting.
Yeah, that's a bro.
I mean, that's kind of like Michael Obama.
Big Mike? Where there's no pictures of her pregnant? I don't know if I believe that one. And
oh my God, you've seen the Oprah video. That's a penis.
Here's the thing. You know how like even when you're wrong, you'll double down because you need to save face?
Yeah.
I have said multiple times that I think Michelle Obama is kind of hot. Like, she's cute. I hate her politics, but she's cute. It's like AOC. Like, you know? I think Michelle Obama's cute. I hope it's a chick because otherwise I'm going to be conflicted.
Oh, God. Who's that dude?
But Barack has said multiple times also that like he fantasized about men. So it's absolutely possible.
So Andrew Tate does this thing. And for those who don't know who he is, basically
Top G.
Yeah, and he just speaks his fucking mind. Anyways, but he's very, core values, women should cook, men should work, all that.
Masculinity is important. How dare he?
Right. So he does this bit, and it's just funny for him to say it. It makes me fucking laugh every time. And he's like, if you took a transgender and he is a she now, but is a fucking 10.
Right.
Or a chick that's a 0 that looks like John Goodman, but as a chick.
Moo cow.
Who would you rather fuck? And he goes, if you don't say the 10, you're fucking gay.
So, like, if you fuck the fat chick, you're gay? I mean,
he's like,
you showed, you
how
sent
much
me pictures. You sent me pictures of new vagines.
Right.
Don't ever fucking do that again, by the way. That gave me nightmares. There's got to be an option where you can just say neither.
Well, no,
right?
it's one or the other. That's the game.
So, okay, so here's where I'll go with that. I'm going to say the 10, okay? And the only reason I don't even know. I mean, still do mouth stuff. I don't. No, because here's the thing.
Fucking
Like,
God.
if I know a dude is gay and he doesn't kind of like flirt with me or hit on me, I'm insulted. Like, you know.
All right, you see this human being right here?
I mean, I see it. I see it.
That's a dude.
I know, and if you hadn't told me that, I would be like, yeah, that's a 10.
Right.
Let's go there.
Right.
But if there's a penis,
I don't think it's there anymore.
it's game over. Even the new thing, I would feel weird putting my whatever in a just open cavity that's not
doing anything. You do that every day. It's called your hand.
I mean, not every day.
Oh, fuck. All right. Who's your number one?
Well, I already said DMX, Tupac, Wu-Tang. I got Snoop on there just because Snoop Dogg Doggy Style is arguably one of the best fucking albums of all time. It's fucking incredible. Every song's a banger. It's incredible.
Yeah.
My controversial one that I put in here, because I just said how like DMX is like very hot and cold. Tupac can like tell a story.
Right.
And I made fun of rappers that are all about just gold chains and cars.
Yeah.
Master P. Because when they came out and every fucking album cover was like gold and diamond. It was all about big cars. And like, it was so fucking ridiculous and funny that it was good. And the bass beats were good.
Oh yeah, he murdered it.
And they're all like, well, every rapper has like their cool thing. Like DMX barks and like Tupac's like a dog. We need our own thing. What if we just like kind of groan a little bit? Make us say, this ain't no motherfucking P.
Fuck. I put X-rated.
X-rated? I don't really remember them that much.
If you can fucking make an album over a phone in prison.
Oh, that dude. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. I had some honorable mentions like 3 6 Mafia. I really like them, but they're one of those groups where it's like they have like one song per album. Maybe 2.
Yeah, Total Domination had like 3, I think.
Yeah. And there's a lot of those people out there where like when we were growing up, it was different because like, yeah, 3 6 Mafia had one good song on that album, but you had to buy the whole fucking album.
Right.
Yeah, you got to buy the whole CD. So that certainly factored in. That's why I always buy This Is What I Call Rap, Volume 3. Good old compilation CD.
Yeah.
Yep. But
that was a good era though. Master P and 3 6 Mafia. A lot of bass.
I always do. The 90s was not only the best decade for music, and I know some people would argue that, but they're fucking wrong. It was also the most diverse decade for music. It was the fucking creation of gangster rap. And in the same day, you would play like Eazy-E with nothing but F and N words and everything else. And then you'd switch over and you'd be like, oh, fuck, Nirvana. You had the birth of the entire grunge movement.
I don't like Nirvana either.
I know you're not a big Nirvana. I'm actually not a big Nirvana guy. You know who I'd heard did a fucking badass Nirvana cover though? What's that dude?
How many letters are you adding in Nirvana?
Too many.
Yeah.
But Post Malone did a cover of a Nirvana song and fucking crushed it.
Post Malone crushes
better
everything.
than Kurt Cobain. I know. I was really late to the party on Post Malone. I saw the face tattoos and I was like, yeah, it's fucking good.
Well, he did the national anthem at the Super Bowl, right?
Or crushed something. It. Crushed he didn't do the national anthem. He did God Bless America.
That's right. And my dad's like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, it's Post Malone. He's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, you've never heard of Post Malone? He goes,
he's the only dude that can do grunge, rock, rap, and country. Like all of it.
And I go, Dad, I bet you I could play you 5 songs by him that you've heard 1,000 times and you like them. I doubt that. I'm like, okay, Dad.
No, Post Malone kicks ass.
Yeah.
I was late to the bus on that.
Another Mark Wahlberg movie right there. Spencer, Confidential.
Yep.
Post Malone.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's the 90s were so diverse with music. They had everything. It was fucking awesome. Even like you get the tail end of the 80s hair metal. It's like Guns N' Roses was huge in the early 90s. And then you get basically the hangover from all of those drugs and hair metal bands was the grunge rock era.
Right.
Where it's like, we're going from long hair and tight pants to like, I'm hungover and I just want to be comfortable. Give me those really baggy corduroys and like a 5XL thermal top. Like, we're good.
Dude, where is it? You were that was telling me, somebody was telling me. Fuck. Somebody in the lead singer of Creed were in like a gangbang video.
Scott Strapp? I don't think so.
Somebody was telling me this other day. I was like, isn't Creed supposed to be like super religious?
So I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm going to. My favorite podcast, Drinking Bros. They're selling they sell like political yard signs, like all politicians are cunts or like defund politicians.
Yeah.
Well, they've got a new one. It's Creed 24, Take Me Higher. And they're like trying to bring Creed back. Apparently, Creed is playing in Dallas on 9/11.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one of the biggest shows ever.
Kid Rock and Scott Stapp.
Oh, shit. Somebody was telling me the other day that Kid Rock is like a total fucking phony. Because he was on the Joe Rogan podcast last week, and he was like basically calling people that were still boycotting Bud Light like idiots. You know, he was like the first guy to come out and like shoot a shotgun at it.
Right.
But apparently he like went to private school and grew up in a very, very nice house. And he's like,
no, he grew up rich. His parents owned a car dealership.
Yeah.
And grew up rich.
Which I'm okay with, but don't
started off as a rapper and
don't act like you're fucking trailer trash.
Right.
When like there's nothing wrong with growing up privileged. The only problem I have is when people act like they're fucking hard when like, well, and I shouldn't even say hard, just because you're poor doesn't mean you're hard. But don't act like you're disadvantaged and poor when you're not. Just there's nothing wrong with growing up privileged. There's nothing fucking wrong with it. Just own it.
Yep, totally exists. Kid Rock and Scott Stapp have a sex video.
Is it with each other or are they like tagged?
No, it's like strippers.
Oh, well, I'm okay with that. I mean, if they invited me in, I'd be like, with arms wide open. Nice. It would be my sacrifice.
I can't believe you can reference 2 Creed songs. I'm actually a little scared.
They only have like 3. But as we all know, I like to sing karaoke, and Scott Stratt's voice is like right in my wheelhouse.
He can carry.
We're gonna go ahead and delete that. By the way, that won't make it on the podcast. Yeah,
that's the hour.
That's the hour.
Did you get your whole list out there?
Yeah, and it's not a great list. So, listeners of the podcast, we got some favors, all 8 of you. We need to grow this podcast. So, share it with your friends, post it on your Facebook. And I would love to continue with this top 5 list because I'm a big High Fidelity fan.
Yeah.
And give us what you want the next top 5 list to be. Text us.
$2.
Whatever. $2. But yeah, we need to grow this podcast. So share it, post it, whatever.
Concur.
We're great promoters here.
Oh yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
No.
I feel like we need to add a closing thoughts to our show. Like a piece of advice for the people.
Don't shit where you eat.
Don't share. Okay. You know what my advice for the week is going to be? Fellas, maybe sit down once in a while on that toilet. Get it out of you. Live a little bit longer. It's Jesse and Joe, Real for Life podcast. We'll see you next time.